People like us who believe in physics know that the distinction between the past, the present, and the future is only a stubbornly persistent illusion. Those are the words of your general relativity bestie, Albert Einstein. Now, about 50 years before Einstein said this, my personal bestie, Friedrich Nietzsche, had come up with his theory of the eternal recurrence, where he argues that time is a flat circle. To Nietzsche, everything that can happen, will happen, has happened, and will happen again an infinite amount of times. And theoretical physicists today are kind of saying the same thing. There's a great documentary on Netflix about infinity worth watching if you're into this stuff. But why am I telling you about it? Because I want to talk about prophetic dreams and why we can see into the future. Why can we dream of something and then have it happen the next day? Why can some of us do this so well that we actually start to rely on it? Like my mother, for example, would dream of things the day before and they would happen exactly as she had dreamt them. And if they weren't exactly as she had dreamt them, they would be symbolic representations thereof. So let's say she dreamed of a little white mouse jumping in between her and her mother having a conversation. The little white mouse symbolizing petty conflict that doesn't have grave consequences. And the next day her mom would come at her with some petty shit. So before I get into it, just need to know that we're all on the same vibe and we agree that time is an illusion. Now, using Nietzsche's time as a circle theory, I'm going to give you my most basic idea on why this happens. And of course, if you want to know more, let me know in the comments. And I'll make a part 2 because this is super interesting. And I'm going to use a little diagram to show you my idea. So this circle is time. Please disregard my lack of artistic flair. And because we experience time linearly, we move along the edge of the circumference of the circle of time. So we're here in the present and the future is linearly ahead of us. Now, the center of the circle is source, which is also the realm of the collective unconscious. Now, when we fall asleep in the astral realm, we return to source. And from the center of the circle, every point on the circle is the same. So for the astral body, or consciousness in the astral realm, consciousness when it's fully immersed in source, there's no difference between now and the future. You can see the future just as clearly as you can see the now. In source, you can see everything. The collective unconscious carries every image there ever was or ever will be. All is now. There is no yesterday or tomorrow outside the mind.